Today, we're diving into one of the oldest questions we humans have ever asked ourselves. And to do it, we're going to use a truly ancient and profound text as our guide.
I mean, really think about it for a second. What are you really? If you strip away your name, your job, your relationships, all the stories you tell yourself, what's actually left at the very, very core?
Well, our guide for this exploration is the Taittiriya Upanishad. Now, the amazing thing about this text is that it doesn't just hand you a simple answer. No, it does something way more valuable. It gives you a map, a detailed roadmap for your own journey of self-discovery.
And like any journey, the first thing you have to do is understand the map. The Upanishad structures this whole thing around a fascinating idea: the 5 sheaths, or as they're called in Sanskrit, the koshas. Think of them as the layers of our being. The way the Upanishad presents this is brilliant. It asks us to think of ourselves kind of like an onion. To find the center, you've got to peel back the layers, one by one. And the journey always goes from the most obvious, physical part of you to the most subtle, deepest part.
So the outermost layer, that's the Annamaya kosha, the sheath of food. This is your physical body, your bones, your muscles, your skin. And the Upanishad is super direct about this. You are literally made from the food you eat. It's the most solid, tangible part of who you think you are.
But of course, a body is just stuff without life, right? So the next layer in is the pranamaya kosha. This is the life force sheath, the prana. It's the breath, the vital energy that animates that physical body. It's the spark that makes all the difference. And as we peel that back, we get to the manomaya kosha, the sheath of the mind. This is your inner world, that constant stream of thoughts, feelings, emotions, memories, all of it. It's the busy, chaotic, beautiful command center of your day-to-day experience. Now, here's where the map gets really interesting. Beneath that chaotic, thinking mind, there's another layer, the Vijnanamaya kosha, the sheath of intellect or wisdom. This isn't just thinking, this is knowing. It's the part of you that can quietly observe your own thoughts and feelings without getting totally swept away by them. It's your awareness. And then, finally, we get to the very heart of it all, the Anandamaya kosha, the sheath of bliss. The Upanishad makes this incredible claim that at the absolute core of our being, beneath the body, the breath, the mind, and even the intellect, is a state of pure, unconditional joy. This is the destination.
Okay, so that's the map. But how do you actually travel through these layers? Well, the Upanishad doesn't just leave us hanging. It gives us a story to follow about a young seeker named Bhrigu and his wise father, Varuna.
And the whole quest kicks off with this really simple but incredibly powerful request. Bhrigu goes to his dad and says, "Father, teach me Brahman." He wants to understand the ultimate reality, the source of everything.
Now, his father Varuna doesn't just give him the answer. He tells him to go figure it out for himself through deep contemplation. So Bhrigu does, and he comes back with his first conclusion. Food is Brahman. I mean, it makes sense, right? Everything is born from it, everything lives by it. He's identified that first outermost layer as the ultimate truth. But, something doesn't quite sit right. It feels true, but is it the whole story? He senses there must be something more. So he goes back to his father. The journey is just getting started. And his father's response, man, this is the key to the whole thing. He doesn't say you're wrong, he just says inquire further. The word he uses is tapas, which means intense, disciplined focus. He's telling him the method is the path. Just keep digging. And that's exactly what Bhrigu does. He keeps digging. He goes back out, meditates deeper, and realizes, wait, life force is more fundamental than food. Then he goes deeper still and realizes the mind directs the life force. And then, even deeper, he realizes the silent intellect is behind the mind. He is systematically peeling back the layers of the onion, one by one. This relentless process of inquiry, of always going one layer deeper, eventually leads Bhrigu to the very end of his journey, to a final, earth-shattering revelation about the nature of reality itself. And here it is, at the very center of everything, Bhrigu finally understands. The ultimate reality, the source from which all things come, is Ananda. It's bliss, pure, uncaused bliss. Okay, now it's really important to get this. We're not talking about the kind of fleeting happiness you get from a good cup of coffee. This Ananda is described as a cosmic principle. It's the very fabric of existence itself, on a scale that is just, well, it's pretty much impossible for our minds to grasp. And to try and give us a hint of this scale, the text does something wild. It creates what some people call a calculus of bliss. It starts with 1 unit of bliss, being the absolute maximum happiness a perfect, young, healthy, wealthy human can feel. Then it says the bliss of the next higher being is 100 times that. And it keeps multiplying by 100, level after level, until you get to the bliss of Brahman. A number so huge, it's just mind-boggling. That's the reality Brigu touched.
So, after a revelation like that, what do? Just sit under a tree forever in a state of bliss? The Upanishad gives a very clear answer. Absolutely not. The final and maybe most important part of the text is about how you bring this wisdom back into your everyday life.
See, the whole point of the inward journey isn't to run away from the world. It's to completely transform how you live in it. So the text ends with what's basically a graduation speech, giving practical, ethical instructions for living a life that's aligned with this deep, new understanding.
And just listen to how grounded this advice is. It's not some lofty, abstract philosophy. It's speak the truth, do the right thing, take care of yourself, and then this beautiful part. See the divine in the people around you. Treat your mother, your father, your teacher, even a guest in your home as if they were a god. So, at the end of the day, this epic, cosmic quest for the true nature of the self doesn't end in some isolated, otherworldly state. It leads you right back here to a life of honesty, responsibility, and a deep, profound respect for others.
The Taittiriya Upanishad isn't asking you to just believe something. It's handing you a map. It's showing you the territory, from your physical body all the way to a core of infinite bliss. And it's showing you a method of inquiry. So the real question it leaves us with is this: where on that map does your own journey begin?